Hey everyone, welcome to fall riding season in Minnesota already, at least on the Iron Range. I'm up in Virginia today riding at Lookout Mountain, which is a really cool old school style single track trail system. It's only the first week of September here and colors are already popping on the Iron Range. It's a really scenic ride. I just climbed a mountain climber up here, which is the hardest climb on the Iron Range. Let's go check out the rest of the trails. One of the most important trail features of any system is some jibs near the parking lot in full visibility, so you can eat it in front of everyone else. All right, let's head up Lookout Mountain. I'll show you around this old school, underrated XC trail system. Got some great fall colors already up here. It's only the first week of September on the Iron Range. This is Herbs Trail. It's green near the Trailhead. I usually take this over to the Mountain Climber Trail. Takes quite a few rides here to get the hang of this place. It's like Battle Creek. You're gonna get lost your first few times. Then you kind of get a route planned out. Done a lot of work here recently. All these brush piles, they really cleared it out. High climber. I'm not even taking the hardest route up. I'm going a slightly easier way in two sections, like right here. And left here. Rock dodger. Kind of hard to dodge all the rocks camouflaged by leaves. Making my way over to one of the best descents here, Upper Summit. Jeez, hanging on to that one. Rollable here. This is where you'd continue on to Lower Summit, but I'm gonna skip that. Looks like someone from IROC was up here leaf blowing. First week of September. Micro booter. A new berm. Here's a locals tip. We're on the Maples Trail heading east over to Python. And then if you look to your left here, you'll see a sign that says to parking lot. This is a really fun, unmarked section of trail that dumps you onto the ending descent. Keep this in mind. We're gonna hike back up here before we blast out of here for the end. This is West Maples. Very hand-cut, old school XC. The entrance is probably the best part of the trail. Just some old school pedaling through the woods. Tight, twisty trails, getting the mileage in a small area. This trail took an incredible amount of work to hand cut the trail system up here, so I want to showcase it. And there are XC riders who watch my channel, so just want to show them what they can expect up at Lookout Mountain. Continuing east on the XC ski trails over to Python. I like to head east here and hit Maples east to west. And fun fact, this is where I see the most black bears on the Iron Range. It's pretty remote out here. east entrance of Python, riding west. This is the most technically demanding XC trail here. Actual hero dirt. Almost forgot what it was like riding that this summer. I was saying earlier in my ride here, I think someone from IROC is up here with a leaf blower. Pretty sure I just heard them there. Crazy that they have to clear the trails this early. Appreciate the work they do. Wet, mossy rock slabs. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Now to navigate through the minefields. Coming up is the signature feature on Python and Lookout Mountain in general. Caution sign there. This feature is a little more difficult to ride than it looks. I'll get off the bike and talk you guys how to ride this thing. You might be thinking, what's so difficult about it? The landing might be a little steep, but it's just a ladder drop, right? Well, when you take a look at the side profile of it, you will notice that it is an uphill drop with a really steep landing. You can ride this as a regular drop, but because it's at an uphill angle with a really short, steep landing, you will land very nose heavy. It's uncomfortable. The first time I rode this, I instinctively jumped off it, dove nose first with my front wheel, caught the landing, and rode away. I have since come back and tried to just send it like a regular ladder drop, and it does work, but it's very sketchy. I should ask this guy if he can film me hitting this quick. It's rolling. Thank you.
No problem. Probably a little tougher seeing the trail.
Well, that was sick. I was just talking about how I think most of this trail system was built by one volunteer. It turns out I just met him, Erik from Rock Solid, doing some trail maintenance and leaf blowing. Thanks for the volunteer work, Erik from Rock Solid, if you ever come across this video, and for building these fun trails. Well, that is the end of Python. Then I like to take a right and blast down to the bottom of the mountain. But there's a locals line I gotta show you first. Remember earlier I said, and then if you look to your left here, you'll see a sign that says to parking lot. This is a really fun, unmarked section of trail that dumps you onto the ending descent. That dumps you out right here. So you get an extra 30 seconds of descending. And it dumps you out right before this double. So the first double is more than one bike length, and then there's a second one that's optional. That's about one bike length. It's gonna go hit the first one. You're gonna hit this first double, hike back up, hit the full line. This is the unmarked trail left off of Maples all the way down the final ender. Made it down Lookout Mountain. Back on Herb's Trail to the parking lot. New berm. There's like 2 lines to take through here. Another new berm. Probably built by Erik from Rock Solid again. Thanks. Another fun ride at Lookout Mountain in Virginia. Got some awesome terrain here. Cool rock slabs. Old school XC. Potentially more difficult trails in the future though. And mandatory parking lot jibs to end the ride.